Wah, 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 wah. One luck, back to me. La, ma, 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 ma. I don't care. Nope. Still don't care. Where's my stream? Yeah, there it is. Voice. Test. That is ultra low. Okay, cool. All right. Set that over there for now. Get back to it. I believe this should be going. Extractor's off. All the things are off. All right, of course they are. Because they were off last time I joined in, so they're probably still off now. I do have to do one more test. I think maybe I fixed it. I thought I fixed it before, but there was still an additional check that was not met. But unfortunately, this is how you have to test it. Well, actually, let me check the crafter first. I stink. Still going? Yep, of course they're still going because it reloaded and just started going again. Okay. Extractors, don't do that yet. Two more days till Horde. And, that's not great for us. I mean, it's fine for us. We have our Horde base over there, and it's been doing very well. Right, Nova? Nova doesn't know. Nova doesn't join us over at the Horde base because I feel like I would need to set something up very specific for her. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna do that without her breaking the blocks. You know, I could just have her outside. Ooh, actually, I could. I'm gonna have the shocky things on. I don't want to shock her. But I could have her outside technically without the shocky things on. And she's just running around and killing zombies all night. She's probably strong enough to do that. I just don't want to hit her. I don't want the turrets to hit her either. Which is another thing I'm gonna have to fix. Is that turret? Oh, maybe I already did. I think I did back in the day. Fix the fact that turrets attack your tames. I think so. We'll have to test that out or something. But attach all my stuff again. Now I run super slow, which, you know, is what it is. And then resources. Put all that stuff away for now. Put this back on my hotbar. I don't need the auger anymore. Put that away. Put that over here with that. And probably just that. I think, I don't want to say we're almost ready, because we're not really almost ready. What I would say is we need to set up, there is cobblestone here, which is great. We need to set up another crafter to take from the cobble and put into cobblestone blocks. That's what we need. So do I close this up? I think it's time I close this up. Yeah, let's do that. I don't like him being here, so let's just get rid of him. Get rid of all this stuff too. And then we can just paint it, make it look like the way we want it. Dooby-doo. Let me do this. I should probably actually get that accurate URL for him. Do this, and then this, and then, oh, it's not that, it's that. What up, Bobby? How you doing? I'm just finishing sending messages to people that potentially might want to check out. Okay. Yeah, how generic? Wait, why the hell are you on YouTube, Shabby baby? How generic what? Bobby, how generic what? Huh? What? That is my question to you. Okay? You know, come in here and you're gonna talk shit while I'm trying to repair this hole in my wall? Okay? What? You got something to say? Why don't you just say it? Huh? Why are you letting me oh, it's this. Why you let me sit here in disbelief for? What the hell was that? Ah, hello. Well, you guys suck at life. Not warmer than what I have. You did? Yeah, I can tell. I can tell you did. All right. Me and you, we're kind of synced in that way. We know. We know what's going on. Hey, by the way, I'm building a factory. I want to build a factory over here. Right here, where this whole thing is cleaned out. Boom, gonna slap it there. And that's what we're working on right now. We're building a factory. Let's see. I spent some time doing some debugging a little bit ago. I'm pretty sure that's fixed now, so don't worry about it. Don't worry your pretty face about that. We're gonna get that out of here. I don't actually remember what went here. So I'm just gonna unlock that, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna bring not that. I'm gonna have that there. Nova's coming with me. Oh, right. I forgot the entire reason I boarded this up was because I wanted to expand this into something more. Oh, that's already. Is this really already? Huh. Fascinating. Let's get this. Let's get some paint. Let's go ahead and copy that. I picked the wrong thing, didn't I? I done fucked up, didn't I? I was supposed to pick a different shape. I was supposed to pick copy, shape, and rotation. Yeah, there we go. Now we can do this. And we can pick that. Do that. Yeah. Whoops, that's not the texture that they use there. I don't know why that's like that. Yay, feels less pleb-like. Wait. Oh, 6024? Yeah. That's how it should be. I actually hate this texture, but I'm gonna keep it going because the rest of the base is already like that, so. Actually, oh, that was what I did. Yeah. I don't know. Kind of starting to grow on me a little bit. Although, I'm going to be moving. I'm probably... Did I just paint something I didn't want to? No. Probably going to be moving into the factory before too long, but I digress. Anyway, the whole point to this was to move and put another table. Let's get a table. Copy, shape, and rotation. Put another table here. Upgrade that. What did you name the kill of the stream? Oh my, I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I don't appreciate it. You understand? I don't. I'm not killing any animals today. All right, that's final. So, take that to the bank. You know what? I'm not worried about that very much. I will worry about the floor. This floor looks nice. This floor is okay. You know, it's like a scuffed up, you know, I like it. I do. Okay, we're not leaving just yet, so you can kind of chill out. And then we'll do that. And then we'll need another crafter. And that takes steel. Well, we're making brass, that's for sure. We don't have steel, do we? Son of a bitch, we don't have steel. You heard it here first. All right. I I'm just gonna put this in here. I'm gonna need that for the factory. Just put it in here for put it in yep, put it in here. That's where there she blows. There it is. All right. We also need to make repair kits, but repair kits are a little bit more interesting because I'm going to need cloth, which means I'm going to need either to fill up. I'm gonna have to fill it up manually anyway, but if I had my way, I would have a automatic planter and harvester block put on either sides. So the harvester would harvest the crop when it's fully grown. The planter would plant a new seed down, wait for it to grow. The harvester would harvest it, and vice versa. And then you would set up pipes so that the planter would always have a seed of that type to put down, right? That is how we'd want it to work. But that is not how it's working now, because I don't have that yet. Soon, but not now. Not just now. All right, these all need to be turned into... Do I have... Okay, I need to refill that too. It's not optimal so far. I'm just going to refill it all the way. We need a lot of blocks. There we go. It's not optimal necessarily. Okay, you come in your corner. Yep, stay. Thank you. And don't talk back. God. Chill. Chill. All right. You heard it here first. Now, let's put the paint away. Don't need that. What we do need is that universal crafter, but we still don't have enough to make it. Son of a shit. Son of a shit. What time is it? Almost 4 o'clock. We could go see if the trader has some steel. I don't want to do that. Let's think. Let's think. If I have molten iron and molten clay, put them together to make molten iron alloy. How are we... Do we just heat that up more in order to make it molten iron or molten steel alloy? Is there a different process that we go through? What are we thinking? Because something has to happen. I don't want to have to necessarily make a new machine, but I will if I have to. Not during the stream, but I will do it. We can automate... Is this going to fix that issue? Yeah, it is. I'm just going to have it like this then. That's perfect. The game just uses more iron. Yeah, that's the thing though. But it also uses the crucible, right? And the crucible is the key. So, what process could we put it through? You know, maybe the crucible indicates more heat. I don't know what they're going for there, but it might. What? Huh. Maybe, yeah. So if it's just more heat, then do we just put... Ooh, you know what we could do? We could put... I have an idea. I have an idea. Let me run it past you. It's morning time. Good morning. Day 41. So, I am pacing, but don't call that out. You have the molten iron and the molten clay, and you make the molten iron alloy. You take that, and you put the molten iron alloy back into a melter. Well, here's the thing. The melter only takes items right now. It doesn't take fluid as input. So it almost is telling me that we need another process, right? Because if it's that easy, you can do it, you can set them both up at the same time. Yeah, a new machine or higher heat. So maybe higher heat. Maybe molten steel. Yeah. Yeah. So you would take the molten iron, and the higher heat comes from the block below it. We'll just have a block that takes the crucible in order to make it, right? And just put that bitch underneath it. And we have all that stuff already set up for all of that. I think that's the way we have to do this. I don't have an asset necessarily for that, and I'm not using another campfire or generator. We need to find here. Let's do this real quick. Whereas forging steel uses high pressure, specialized machinery to refine internal gain structure for ultra or for high strength, durable industrial applications, resulting in superior strength and lower surface porosity. Okay. Let's continue our game. Husbandry test 2. We're going to go back to our pre-setup factory where we have the melters and everything set up. We'll talk about this more there. There was supposed to be like a old style cartoon like Batman, and like we arrived there, but like just to imagine that in your mind. And 3, 2, 1. Here we are. Okay, this is the setup I have for making molten. Okay, so aside from all of this, right? Because these right now don't take fuel. I have to fix the liquid pipes, but aside from this section, this back end is just for fuel, by the way. That's all it is. Aside from that, this is the process for making molten iron. Takes the iron, takes the clay, puts it in the thing, and then the melter. So my idea is we make molten steel, right? But it takes maybe 100 heat or something. Let's see. Do we have another melter? Mixer, extractor, caster, mixer. No, we don't. Melter. All right, so set this bad boy down. We have all this stuff. Brass is going to have to change. Okay, brass, 55 heat for brass is ridiculous. I'm going to lower it down to 25, and I'm going to raise that to 25. This is what I'm going to do. Let me that. I'm gonna close that. Hey, what's up, Manda? How you doing? Good to see you in here. I'm glad you didn't just yell at me for messaging you out of the blue. So, how you doing? This is what I sound like, and it's good to finally be able to talk to you, you know. Yeah, I'm screaming. That's right. So, we're going to make some adjustments. And you're good? How am I? I am good. Wait, why did you kick Mobby to number 2? That's interesting. And no, you're fine. Glad I saw your message while you were actually live. Yeah, yeah, still alive, still kicking, still going. Hey, am I actually... No, I gotta go to the modding screen. Okay, so. What does what mean? I never watched lives. Well, I haven't gone live on YouTube in a long time, besides today. Today, I came back. I was like, you know what? let's go. Let's give it a shot. Let's show basically people what's going on here, and this is probably the best way to do it, to be honest. Oh, the number 1 or 2. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I have no idea. I thought it was based on the amount of messages you sent, but Mobby has sent more messages. I don't know. I don't know. Let me click on it and see what it says. Top fans, 75 XP, 50 XP. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I think it just means she has more XP than you, but like, how does XP work? It's so weird. I don't know. Okay, we got to make some adjustments, and the adjustments are going to be in recipes. Molten scrap lead, heat value 25. Scrap brass is going to be 25 as well, because those are equally important, it seems to me. And, let's see, clay, we can just do that as 10. Doesn't really take, yeah, YouTube's weird. By support. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Molten iron alloy, blah, 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 all that stuff is good. Input, fluid output, blah, 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 blah. 20 for scrap iron. Yeah, that's probably fine. 20 for scrap iron. I would agree that's probably fine. Okay. Also, before we go anywhere, we should do molten scrap steel, right? And that will give us molten steel. But that's going to need, I want to say, like 50 heat. Okay, that makes sense. Double the heat of everything else. And the only block that's going to be able to give you double the heat we'll set up here in a second. Yeah, you never look at YouTube alerts. If you streamed on Twitch like a normal person, I'd understand. Usually something like kids subscribe to, but you want to be all weird and stuff. Well, it's not about being weird. I have a bigger community on YouTube. Obviously, it's not really showing because I haven't streamed in such a long time. People might think I'm dead, but I'm not. I would stream on Twitch. Might dual stream. I don't know. It's up in the air. Yeah. Scrap steel, blah, blah, blah. Scrap lead. Right. Scrap steel, 50 heat. Resource scrap iron, 100. Molten steel. Let's do 250 iron. Does that seem okay? Well, here's the problem, Mobby, with a dual stream. I have one monitor, and I don't have a way to watch both streams at the same time. Time to buy... Okay, well, you literally... Time to buy another monitor. Yep, I guess so. You answered... Thank you for reading my mind. We've always been linked, you and I, but this is another level. Alright, so 250 iron seem okay? I think maybe. Maybe it is. Scrap lead. No clamp. Oh, also, we need to find a good model for the, let's look at... I don't know. Wood, brick... 100. Well, it takes 100 to make 1 gallon of molten iron. So for steel, I'm just doing 250 per 250, I guess, and that will make 1 gallon of melted steel, molten steel rather. That's my thought process. I want to find a good block for this, though. Something that's not like that. Yeah. It's going to be a better... Well, Is it going to be better? I don't know. I'm just picking a number, to be fair. Let's check. Steel takes recipes. Fine. Recipe name equals source forged steel. And it says it takes 20 iron. So that would be 200 iron and 100 clay. Because I just did it in multiples of 10 for what I did. So, and that gives you 1. So it would give 5 for 200 iron and 100 clay. You math nerd. Son of a bitch. Well, gotta call me out like that, I guess. No, I think 20. No. Yeah. 20. Every 10 ticks you get 5. I'm just going to set it up like that, and we'll see how that works. But you need the biggest point, the biggest gate is getting the block, the heater block under it to heat it to that heat. Steel heat. 50. Right? All these are temporary numbers. We'll change them all in the future. For sure. But, yeah. Yeah. I think that's fine. 200 for 1 gallon. And then in the fluid mixer, we'll say kind of the same thing. Molten steel. And then we'll have steel. And then we'll have molten steel. 1.21 gigawatts. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Then in the mold, we will say, okay, well, cast forged steel, molten steel alloy. And we'll say, we'll probably go 0.5. Or maybe even, like, 1 gallon equals 5 forged steel. Right? Because you don't want it to be like the iron. You like 1 gallon. Yeah, you don't want it to be like overflowing necessarily. And we might even do 0.2 equals 1. And then for the forged iron, 5 at a time is probably okay. But 0.5 to give 0.4 to give 1. Nerd math. Can need that tier 3 campfire, bro. No. Well, maybe. Hey, why the hell not? No, I'm just kidding. No. Well, we could use the campfire for now, but I want a way that you can look at it and know, okay, that's what that is. Even though all of the things I have currently don't do that. None of the things I have currently do that, actually. They're all just generators. So. Prepare the super furnace. Yeah, that's basically what this is going to be. I mean, currently that's what it is. It is a super furnace. Okay, ignore those. This, it needs... Are we out of... Oh, wait. Hold on. No. Yeah, it has it. Cast forged iron. Oh, right. It's cycling through. My bad. And then it will make 5. And then it will output the 5. Yep. There we go. And now there's 5 in there. So it takes about 10 seconds to do a run of 5. But you leave it going long enough and you end up with a stack of whatever you need. That's going to change to 1, an output of 1 every 10 seconds to make you feel like you need to make more, right? That's what I'm thinking anyway. You really like I want to feel the need to expand this. This is like, okay, I have iron coming through, but maybe not so fast. Maybe not as fast as I need it. I need to make more. I need to make an entire factory floor of this, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it feels in game, because we're going to be testing all this stuff too. Let's see. So, cast forged iron, cast forged steel, 0.04 is 1, but iron alloy. Might need to dumb these down a little bit. So, well, maybe not. Yeah, I think so. Let's do by 5. 0.2 and 1 make 0.3. Okay. And then the actual melting is going to give less. So scrap iron, we'll just do 10 to 0.1, and we'll do 20 to 0.1. Okay. That way it makes it feel a little bit slower. It might feel too slow, but we'll see. And then we have melt sand for molten glass too, and then we'll have a jar cast or something. And then let's see, cast forged steel, cast forged iron, mixed molten steel alloy. This is going to be 0.2. This is going to be 0.1. Yeah, plasma arc heater. Maybe, dude. Hey, maybe. 0.3. And then, so scrap brass is going to be a 10 to 0.1. And that's going to be 10 to 0.1. And then this is going to be 2. Well, we can't do 2.5. Let's just do 30, so 0.3 to 0.1. Something like that. Well, no, that would be 3 to 0.1. And then scrap lead, 10. Yeah. And then melt scrap steel. I don't like that. I think this is how I tried to handle it before. Yeah, we already have steel. So, iron. Iron 10 to 0.1, that's fine. Glass okay, that's all fine. And then cast forged steel, 0.2 to 1 forged steel. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. And then mixed molten lead alloy. This is 0.1 to... Wait. No. Yeah, this is by 5. So 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right. Or at least an industrial furnace. Well, yeah, I mean, I would really like to have tiers to these, right? You have your basic ones, and you can build up and build them better. Yeah, I would love that. First, we need to make sure everything flows and something works. Then we can bring them back down and do those things. 0.2 to 10. We'll do divided by 10, 0, 2 to 1. I mean, do we really need to do that? Nah. I think 0.2 to 10 is fine. And then cement, molten stone, 1 gallon, 10 cement. What is it for? Resource cement. 10, it's a 10 to 1. So, but 1 gives 5. 1 stone in the forge gives 5. So I think this is better. Are we doing a... No, we're not doing a molten stone recipe anyway. Because you can unlock the... well, the heat source would need to be upgradable. Well, maybe not, because you can unlock the heater later since you wouldn't have it day 10 anyway. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is locked pretty late. You really have to go out and, like, get the stuff required. I'll lock it all under a certain path anyway, so... yeah. It just so happens in my playthrough, I've already went out and I've already looted and gotten all of the magazines that I need to unlock these. Just through playing regularly. I wasn't trying to or anything. Let's see. I don't have stone in the, like, the molten stone. So let's just do this. Copy. Let's say that scrap melt stone and molten stone. And then we'll just say, is it resource small stone or resource small rock? That's my question. Items. Resource rock small. That's what it is. Good thing I checked. Because I wasn't even close. One of them. Well, let's just say 10. Let's see, that would give you 50. Okay. Time for more nerd math. So you have 1 stone gives you 5. And it takes 2 stone to make 1 cement in vanilla. Here, how many gallons did we say molten stone was? 1 gallon gives you 10 cement. So if that's the case, it's a 2 to 1 in vanilla. If we wanted it to be a 1 to 1, which is twice as good, then it would be 10 rocks give you 1 gallon. Right? So that would be a 1 to 1, because then 1 gallon turns around and makes 10 cement. But is that enough? Is that enough? I think potentialize-y. That potentially might be enough. I don't think they ever get to a 1 to 1 with vanilla. So we'll just say we'll say 2 stones is 0.2 gallons. Okay, there we go. That's what we'll say for now. Let's go ahead and build this. We have the steel already in. Oh, we don't have the heater in yet, though. That's the problem. All right, so if we wanted a heater, what might heater look like? Let's see. Turn the damn thing back on. Heater, block. I don't like any of that stuff. Corrugated metal. Yeah, let's go with this. Might just have to be a block with a texture on it, honestly. For now. Or maybe just another campfire, I guess. Don't know. It might just have to be a block with a texture on it. Fire barrel? Yeah, we could do the fire barrel, can't we? Wait, the biggest question is, does the fire barrel have stability support? Let's see. Burning barrel player. Is this craftable? Let's do that. Let's go to recipes. Find. It is craftable. Burning barrel player. Okay. Here's the thing. That needs to... No. We're just borrowing the model. We don't really care otherwise. Yeah. We don't really care otherwise. So in our blocks, what we're going to do is we're going to extend Burning Barrel player. We'll keep all of the other things the same. We might change can pickup. So what we'll do is, where's our heat changes for the campfire? Probably all the way at the bottom. Yes. So we'll just do it down here. Block name equals let's just do heat source T2. I don't know. And then we'll block, and then we'll say property name equals extends value equals this burning. Did I just copy? There we go. And then name equals is it can pickup? Yep, we'll just change that to false. Okay, and then everything else should be the same. We will need a custom icon, so we'll just say burning barrel player, like that. I'm smart. Like, you can change that. Hello. Yeah. And then we'll need heat output to be 50, like that. Heat output 50. We also need to make this craftable. So in our recipes, let's go to recipes here. We're going to do the same thing. Not machine recipe. We just need a regular recipe. We'll just go down here and we'll do that, and we'll say not workbench crafting. We'll do what should we lock this under or behind? Let's see here. I guess we could just go to our progression, lock it somewhere there, just to test. Crafting workstations, electrician, workstations. I don't know. Workstations, maybe? What do you guys think? Pandora's box. Yep, I'll do that. Sure. Okay. So, the question still remains. Oh, no. What am I, some kind of an idiot? It's going to go under advanced engineering, because that's where you unlock the crucible. Or no, it's crafting workstations you unlock the crucible. Yeah, it'll go here. 100%. All right. So in progression, in crafting workstations, we're going to say this unlocks the not you. Too many tabs up. Recipes. Burning barrel player. in progression, we'll say Burning Barrel player, and then we'll say to level 4. Yeah. We will say not Burning Barrel player. I'm still an idiot. Blocks. Recipes, I do have Burning Barrel player here. It's not what we want. Blocks, out of here. Blocks. Heat source tier 2. Recipes, heat source tier 2. And then this will be that as well. Progression, that's fine. Get out of here. Items, that's fine. Get out of here. Save. In blocks, we also have to have unlocked by. And value of progression. Crafting workstations. Like that. Yep, unlocked by craft. I could have just copied that. I'm an idiot. At least YouTube has some emotes. Still not as cool as Twitch. Oh yeah. And we need it to be the Crucible. Gonna need that second monitor. I know. But here we're gonna do oh, what? What is that? What? Interesting. It is this, right? Nope. Is it just Control D here? Nope, it's not. Shift Alt down? Shift Alt down. That's what it is. And we're going to do that, and we're going to do that, and we're going to go back. Can I close this, please? My God, that's annoying. Items. Find. Tool Forge Crucible. Recipe. We're only going to need one. That's the whole point. Forged iron, resource wood, and crucible. That'll be fine for now. Do that in progression. Yeah. That's fine. All that is fine and dandy. Tell the girl it's your birthday tomorrow and you want to monitor for your birthday. She'll never know it's not your real birthday. God, man. What would I do without you? Yeah, she has no idea when my birthday is. We've been together 8 years. I'm sure she just has absolutely no idea. Even though she set my birthday digits to a lot of her passwords, she'll have no idea. I'm sure she's forgotten about it already. 100%. Totally clueless. Man, I need more coffee. But this should be working now. Everything's in place. It provides heat. Let's go ahead and build this bad boy. Let's exit. Exit. We don't need to quit the game. Tell her she suffered a traumatic brain injury and that's not your real birthday. Yeah, I'll just take her back to the scene of the crime and I'll be like, this is where it happened here. Yeah, and that the number she used is it's not my birthday. It's your birthday. Yeah, that's gonna work out just fine. That's great. What? That I would know when my birthday is. That's not my birthday. Totally logical. Yep. That's not my birthday. That sounds more like your birthday. Yeah. Yep. What is this March nonsense? That's not. No. That must be somebody. You're confused. Must be somebody else. All right. Let's go back here. Crafting workstations. Ayo! There it is. Heat source tier 2. It doesn't have localization, but that's fine. Heat source tier 2. That's good. And heat source tier 2. Oh, it stacks in 50s. All right, well, that's fine. We'll have to adjust that, but, you know, YOLO. And we'll just set it here. And we'll just... Bam. And then we'll just... Melter. Bam. Like that. As it should be. And, it's active. Source max, 50. Let's go, baby. Brass, clay, glass, iron, lead, stone, brass, clay. Nope, it's not showing up. Maybe I made a mistakey-dakey. So, steel, melter, melt stone, sand, clay, lead, scrap iron. I must have. Cast forged steel. Molten steel alloy. Nope. That's made in a mixer with molten steel. Oh, I don't have one for molten steel yet. Because I'm an idiot. I thought I did. Oh, I did, but I removed it because I'm even more of an idiot. I thought I had one for steel. But no, turns out I didn't. Heat value, 50. Yeah, that's the only one. Resource scrap iron, 20. Makes 1. Save. Machine recipe, done. Double it, eat with cheese. Where's ChatGPT when you need it? Piss off. Get out of here. Wait, where am I? Where the fuck I am? Alright. Let's go back. Let's see. Exit. Let's see if I'm as much of an idiot as I don't like talking shit about myself that much. Let's see if I'm as much of a genius god as I think I am. That doesn't sound right either. I don't like that. Well, let's see if this works. That's the thing. Cephalopod. Yep. Hey, man. You got it. All right, here we go. Bing. Brass, clay, glass, iron, iron. Wait. Did I not change it? Nope, I didn't change it. Steel. Save. Build. Wait, one of those is 50. Yep, that's 50. So it does work. I just didn't update it. And then after that, we'll pipe in some iron. Continue game. We'll pipe in the iron. Pow, pow, pow. Pipe in the iron and see if it pipes out molten steel. See if the entire thing works, which I think it might actually work. Dope. Yep. And then we'll be able to make steel. And that does make a lot more sense to have this for now. For now. All right, but this should be... Yep, molten steel, baby. Required 20. I changed the wrong one. Save. That's 50. That's the one, Shavik. Can you please just do the right one? Idiota. Why is it hiding all your messages? Can it stop? You can do it. This should be working now. I tried to rush it, and that was not the right answer. And YouTube is PG. No, hey, get this. When I started up my stream earlier today, I found out, YouTube, if you mark it acceptable for kids, they completely remove the option to chat. You can't do it. And I'm like, wait, what? Why? That's so weird. Yeah, apparently. I think we just need to do use item fluid item tier 3 like that, and then that can come from a chest. I have it done here. Storage chest. I'm just gonna grab this iron from because dear God, we have too much iron here. And then we'll put it in here, and then we'll. This should start picking it up. Item input container. Item input container. Don't know why it's not listing it. Why would it not? Why would you not? Don't know why this would. It works over there just fine, right? This one's still going? Yep. Item input container's fine there. Why? Yep. That's a. Oh, that's a That's a liquid pipe. Fucking idiot. Yeah, you were right, Mobby. You got it. Wrong pipe type. Liquid. Yeah. Item pipes. It doesn't help that they're all fucking green. I blame the designer for that one. Yep, there it is. Iron in. There we go. We don't want molten iron. Stop. We want molten steel. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. And then that should be fine for now. Let's add all this stuff in. And then... Well, maybe. Yeah, they will. I don't have a explanation right now, but I will by the time I release it. And this is still pretty far away from release. Even though, like, I'm playing with it in my world, doesn't mean it's ready for the general public yet. Iron. Alright, so this should be making heat fluid output. Output fluid network contains another fluid type. No, it doesn't. It contains molten iron. It contains molten iron alloy. Son of a bitch. Okay. Interesting. So, unassigned. But it's gonna still say that it can't. Yep. I have to basically. Okay, so that's an issue. That's an issue. So, needs molten iron. I know. But turns out that the molten iron is just item. Okay, good. Turns out I'm kind of an idiot. I didn't actually expect that to happen. That's crazy. Fluid output is not missing. It's not missing. That's an... Okay, it's going now. Okay, guys, it wasn't missing. It was just not there. The wrong pipes. This is not the first time I've done that. Okay, so now that this is connected, it should not allow it to push back through, right? Right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a debug thing. Well, I'm eventually going to add it so you can open these pumps and you can clear out the material. So you don't have to do that necessarily. Yeah. But there you go. And this is a little slow, but that's okay. At the end of the day, this melter is going to only produce a little bit anyway, so... And then you have the mixer, and it's mixing, and you have the thingy, and it's thingying. Molten iron alloy. Yeah, because, well, forged iron. There you go. And then it's processing. We have about 32 gallons in reserve. So we're good. We're good with that for now. I do, see, that's the thing. I do have stipulations on these that should not allow for, you know what I might do actually, what I might do that's smarter, instead of connecting it directly like this, it might be smarter to do something like this so that doesn't happen. So you have your pump, right? And then you have your thingy, okay? So you'd want it ideally so that you would have this connected to the melter. So I don't think I have a melter, do I? Thought I did. Melter, yeah, dude. So you'd want it connected sort of kind of like this. Where's the, there we go. Heat source T2. So it melts it, it goes into a barrel. Okay. And then the barrel, you pull from the barrel into the thing. So then you separate the two. That makes sense. And then, well, you need a way to pump this as well. So that's a little bit, that's a little, like you'd have to have a space with a pump separating the, it's a little bit more work and a little bit more forethought, but I think it's okay for now. But in the future, I will set up some logic to avoid that from happening. But we have fluid valves that could prevent it, and it's like me, you know. So yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking. This just not to have fluid output. So basically, like I was saying, you would have something like this to a generator to something like this to a downward thingy. Yep, here it is. And then that would be your pump. Now everything's satisfied here. It's going to start cycling through, and then it's going to output some it's not going to show it because it's not enough to round to 1 gallon yet, but trust me, there is some in there. And then it's going to run through again, and then after that, you would need another pump. And then it would go like that. And then that would go into your mixer. So yeah. Would need to make people know things and need pump. Yeah. Also, random question. Why didn't you use the pipe with the valve to show... Well... Because... I don't know. Basically. Oh no, the pipe with the valve, the reason I didn't do that was because... Yeah, I don't know. Basically. I could change it. Pretty easy. But I don't know why I didn't do that. Look, I can't think of everything, man. I'm just trying to do my best here. Okay? Prettiness is going to come later. Functionality is number 1. Okay? Or didn't care at the time. Or I don't care at all. You ever thought of that? Maybe I just don't care, Mobby. Huh? Maybe I don't give a fuck. This looks like such a backyard fucking like... It looks like such a fucking like backyard country fucking setup here we've got going on, okay? Shit. Yeah. Demonetized, yeah. That's right. This is why you shouldn't do things when I'm not around. Yeah. I'll remember that. It's hot in here, man. I gotta turn on my AC. Okay. Now that we have this, we can go back to the world and we can set up the Factoro. I'm assuming this is still outputting, right? How much is output? Molten melt scrap steel. Or shit. Melt steel. It doesn't really matter. It still does the job. 0.1. So it's going to need a little bit of time to accrue some gallons. We'll adjust it. We'll adjust it over time. Yeah, there it is. It's got one. Look at that. Save that. Look at that. We're doing God's work here. So you'd set up multiple of them, and then you'd be good to go, basically. Definitely gonna need some automation for beer and moonshine with this setup. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, that's the thing. I already plan on adding like I don't know what it'd be called. It'd be like this big fucking circular thing that you would send in ingredients and stuff. It would take items, it would take liquid, and you would put in like a bunch of water, and then you'd put in like 100 goldenrods. You'd let it sit there and stir for a while and like cook. And then when you're done, you could pump out like 100 gallons of fucking goldenrod tea. Yeah, kinda. Or you can do that with beer with hops as well. Like, what does it take for beer again? I don't remember. I never make it. Yeah, hops and water. So you'd put in like, I would assume 2 waters equals a gallon. I think that's what I have it on. So my brain farted. Well, here's the thing. You would need to clean the water. Unless you have a decanter that empties out water from water jars, you would want to pump in murky water into a separate, like, boiler, make it into clean water, and then pump that clean water into the mixer and add your ingredients and have it mix around and make a ton of beer, right? And then you would export that into a fluid injector that would actually bottle the stuff up for you and send it into a chest for you to collect. That's basically it. But there is, now that you mention it, I think I can just, let me see. Yeah, right over here. So, you have your, it's not called fluid, liquid. Intake. So you'd have your fluid intake, right? And I'm just going to grab, I guess it doesn't matter. You have your fluid intake. Let me grab some straight fluid pipes. That's a valve. I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to set this here for now, I guess. And set up the intake like this. And then you would have, if I break this, so basically you would have your tank. Okay, bear with me. Okay, stop laughing. And then you would have this with your pipe elbow. It seems janky now, and you know what? It is. But that's not the point. The point is, you ain't never seen shit like this before. And then you would do this, right? You would do some, you could set it up any way you want to, I guess. This is just me being dumb. And then fluid intake. Now we don't have a pump. So basically, since we don't have a pump, this is all going to fall down again as soon as you know what? No, it's not. We're going to do this like that. And we're going to do a pump here because fuck it. And then we're going to do this. Now you can see we are getting water where it should be murky water, but I can just change it in the XML. We're getting water. Okay. And that water, which would be murky water, will flow through into this big container, bigger than this one, actually. This is a big container. A big container that would boil it, essentially. You could boil a bunch of water at one time and then ship that out, right? And as soon as that's empty, a new batch of water would start flooding in for murky water. And that other water you could put into barrels like this, or you could put straight into the, the mixer, I don't know what to call it. It's the big round thing that you put water in and you put ingredients in, mix it all around, let it cook, and then you have a bunch of goldenrod tea or whatever. Yeah, like a 3x3 giant Pokeball. Exactly. Maybe that lake is clean water? No lake is clean water. Nope. It's not clean water. And it'll never be clean water, no matter how much you want it to be. So. I'm a dolphin. Okay, anyway. That is the gist of it. So yeah, you need pipes to go all the way back to your base and hook it up to yada yada and stuff. And yeah, now we're making that, and we're making molten steel very slowly, I might add. It is running pretty slowly, but that's okay. We could always just increase the melting speed. Universal melter, input speed. We'll just set it to we'll just set it to 1 just for this example. Because I think I've reduced it by 10. And also it takes 10 seconds to make 1. So it might be a little bit not enough. But who knows? Maybe it will be. Maybe it's exactly the way I want it. Okay? Maybe. You can't tell me how to live my life. Maybe. I don't know, man. Mixing vessel or kettle according to Google based off your description. Mixing vessel or I like mixing vessel. Maybe you're not my real dad. Maybe. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, we definitely have, and it's pumping it out. Where's it going? Excuse me? Where are you going? Dude. Converted. Yeah? To where? Fluid, 0. Yeah, we can do HLR devlogs again. We don't need those on. Fluid, molten iron. Yeah. Pumps 2, storage 2. Storage details, unassigned. I'm assuming, I'm like, why would we have to do this, though? Yeah, we don't. But it tells me no intake has available fluid. No source fluid, no intake has available fluid. What about this one? What about this one? Oh, interesting. Okay, it is going now. I wonder why... No, I don't have a valve in there somewhere, no. Maybe I'm screaming. Maybe. No, it's doing it. It's doing it now. So, I wonder why that was like that. Pump details. Yeah, fluid molten iron. 0 out of 50. It's just because it's taking... Yeah, alright, so it says molten iron now. I don't know why that... We're gonna figure that... We're gonna figure this out. I might genuinely need more coffee. I'm not even kidding. At this point, it's not a joke. Okay? It's not funny. I might need more coffee. Wait. That's Discord. Nobody cares. Coffee is serious. It is. And you'll never know because you don't drink it, Mobby. You don't like it. You don't. You just don't. Okay, you don't know. Yeah, it does say molten iron. But is that because these are here? Question mark? I don't know. But it is. So that was weird, wasn't it? It's kind of weird. I might have to have that melter on debug mode. Might have to. I mean, these are working way, way harder than the melter can go. And that's 3 of these. I might have to reduce that for sure. That's kind of crazy, but you know, I think just upping the speed and not the speed and the amount every time is probably okay. You know, it's probably okay. Excuse me. Yeah, this one's just a tier 1. 3 tier 1s. And it's keeping up just fine. This 5 out of 5. Pending output fluid full. That is true. It is full. And then this is going, but it takes a minute to mix it, to let it sit before it goes. 33. And it's making it. It's doing its job. Doing a good fucking job too. All right. And then this is molten steel. It goes into, yeah, this is where it gets interesting because I should have built this over here with molten steel on the other side so that it could feed off this molten clay off of both. But then, would it be enough to support both of these? Potentially, potentially not. I haven't worked out all the numbers, but for passive intake, it seems like a bit, a fair bit. For passive intake, seems like a fair bit. What do you mean? What do you? Well, this has been going for days, right? So keep in mind we did adjust it prior to right now. Yep, there it goes, and it's out, and that's 1. And every 10 seconds, it'll do another 1. Molten iron is backing up in here. So you'd have to do the math. You'd have to say, okay, we make 0.1, looks like every second, right? Or around every second. 0.1 gallons per second for one of these. This consumes 0.2 gallons every 10 seconds. So we could support 5 of these off of 1 of these. This is going to be OCD nightmare. Well, the way it's currently designed or currently laid out, sure. But, I mean, both of these sides are identical. There's not, well, besides this being like that, but you could have them underneath or on top. Both of these sides are exactly identical. And then it just goes in a straight line after that. Oh yeah, for this iron, yeah, this seems a bit excessive. If I do say so myself. It seems like a bit much. Managing the math and placement. I mean, you could probably throw something together and you could just be like, okay, well, I'll throw this together and I'll see where I'm lacking. That's probably what I'm going to do for my world, but like I said, you can do very simple things. That's not what I wanted to do. Gonna need a spreadsheet for the math. Yeah, not really. Not really. I mean, you just say, like I said, you put something together. And it's like, okay, this is melting iron into molten iron. If you can understand that, then the molten iron gets mixed with molten clay to make molten iron alloy. The molten iron alloy is the thing I need to make iron bars like this. You work backwards. You don't worry about how much do I need or, you know, whatever. You get used to the design before you start trying to refine how much you're making. You don't go into it saying, I need to know exactly how much I'm making to maximize my output. No, like if you do that, you're setting yourself up for failure. You go into it saying, how does this work? How can I put this together to achieve a goal? And you try it, and it works or it doesn't. You try it again if it doesn't. And if it works, like, okay, I think I understand how this goes. What if I add more? And you start adding more, and you're like, okay, so if I add more of the casters, I'm not making enough molten iron. Well, gee whiz, golly geez, what am I supposed to do? It might seem like I need to add more melters to make more molten iron in order to keep up with it. If I really want to make this many iron, I don't think that's hard. I think that's pretty easy. You don't need to go with the numbers or anything. It's not that serious. I mean, it's as serious as you want to take it too, right? You want to take it as serious as breaking down the numbers and making spreadsheets and shit. Go ahead. Do whatever you want. Gee, pizza golly. Somebody really needs that coffee. No, but look, check it out. This is the ingredients for making cobblestone. I know this because it tells me it is. Okay? It then outputs that cobblestone into this chest. Well, my goal is to make cobblestone blocks. So, I'm going to make another storage crate here. Okay. And I'm going to place it here. And this is going to be my cobblestone blocks. Okay. Now, that's not going to work. It's not going to work because I don't have a pipe that... Well, I do have a pipe that does that. I'm an idiot. I do have a pipe that does that. Like, I don't have a T-pipe. Yes, I do. That's a pipe junction 1. That's a liquid pipe. Let's get the 1 and see if I can upgrade that. Yeah, it's a junction pipe. You right. You right. Get some of that. I don't know. I don't remember everything I need, but... Item junction pipe tier 2. Get that. It's out here. That. And as you can see, it makes 8 at a time. So it's not really that difficult to get that stuff together. I think I want a tier 3, but I can't make one because if I try to make one, is this going still? Yep, that's still going. It needs steel to make it, and I'm not in the steel making business yet. Hello, babe. It is so good to have you. I was wondering when you were going to wonder where I was streaming. I was wondering when you were going to wonder what I was streaming on. I wonder what you're wondering when I wonder it. Well, you better get there. Yeah, I better get there. Have a question for you, good sir. Mobby, I think she's talking to you. Because I'm not a good sir. What? Who's babe? Sienic Jor is my girlfriend. Mobby, this is the girl I was telling you all those wonderful things about. Remember? You remember. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get into the steel making business. However, I need a fire heat source tier 2 with a crucible. And with no description. Wait, no, that's not true. Oh, that wonderful girl. Yep, that's her. What's up, babe? What can I do for you? How can I be of assistance? Let me pause this while I'm pacing around. How may I be of assistance? So I'm still deep cleaning my room. Okay. That's not a question. By the way, you're crown number 3. I'm the wonderful man not in his life he's told you nothing about. Yep. Remember, babe? The guy I told you nothing about? Yep. And I want to move my desk and do not want to break my computer. That's a good thought process, yes. I would highly advise that you don't break your computer. Yes. Oh, babe, say hi to Nova. I think you've met Nova, but say hello. Pet, 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 pet. Pet, pet, pet. Oh, whimper, whimper. Pet, pet, pet. So like turn it off and give it a few minutes before I unplug it, or you can turn it off, shut it down the normal way. Okay. And then there's a switch in the back of it to completely turn it off. Okay. Okay. It's not dead soon V2. There's a switch in the back to turn it off. Turn that off. After the machine is powered down, turn it off. And on the front, actually unplug the power cord from the back. And then on the front where the power button is, you can hold that for about 10 seconds to drain all the capacitors in the computer. And then you may move it around. Do that. All right. We need another engine, or we have one. We got one. Never mind. Universal crafter. Steel. Yikers. Okay. We can make some steel. That's fine. I'd rather make steel the other way, Nova. But currently, we don't have that capability to do that. No, we don't. So, we have to make that, that workshop? Yeah, the workshop. And we have to actually put all the machines down, and we have to actually start making steel. Because that's our goal. We need the steel. Yes, you pet. Okay, great. What up, Bisha? How you doing? You know your mobster is right. You come do it. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. No workshop. Yes, workshop. See, I should have just said that. Hello, Bisha. Welcome into my wonderful stream playthrough stream thing. Also, yikes, we're so low. We're low on everything. Not great. I am accumulating some things to build this with, as you can see. But first, I want to make sure I set this up so that I can just get blocks when I come back. Blocks of cobblestone, that is. Because I don't want to have to upgrade everything. I mean, I could upgrade everything. That would be a pain in the ass, I think. If it breaks, I'm blaming you. I told you, you power it down the normal way I showed you how. Then you hit the switch in the back, You unplug the cord, the power cord, and you hold the power button for about 10 seconds, draining the capacitors. Then you may do anything you need to it, like unplug the rest of the cords to the back to move it, whatever you need to do. That's up to you. Oh, yeah, no. Accumulating pipe. Giggity. Okay, buddy. Yeah, you usually are the one to get blamed for breaking stuff. He needs a second. Okay, first of all, Mobby, you don't call her babe. I call her babe. She's my babe, not your babe. Get your own. Second off, he needs a second monitor for his multi-streaming for his birthday. That's totally tomorrow and not when you thought it was. Yes, that is correct. My birthday's tomorrow. And since you're a wonderful girlfriend, I know that you will love to get me a new monitor. Yes, that's how it works. Yep. Ah, there you go. Yep, she responds to that. Well, yeah, you didn't do it. You're fine. Okay. Okay, actually, I'm waiting for this to all smelt through. I need 35? What kind of lunatic put down 35? Crazy. Okay, let's get the other resources that we need. Get that. One of those. 7 of those with some cloth. Give me the cloth. Give me the duct tape. Put the cloth back. Put that back. We can... No, we need that. We need that. And we need about 11 more of these. Kind of, sort of. I'm a broke girlfriend. Just steal his money and buy it with that. He needs it, but will procrastinate getting it. So just use his money. It's fine. Yeah, I have so much money to use. I have so much money, I've elected not to buy a monitor with it. Do you know that? It's crazy how much money I have that I don't know why I'm not using. Is that enough? Nope, I need 2 more. Come on, let's go. Give me 2 more. Yep, there we go. And then we make the Universal Crafter. Then we will be able to do the things and stuff. However, it's going to be a little slower, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I got to get that elbow as well. You don't know your oboe from an elbow. Item pipe. Oh, I do have... Wait, I have tier 3 item pipes? Well, son of a bitch. I'm just going to use tier 2. Just craft a Duke extractor. Yep. I'm going to do that. Just give me a moment here, yeah? Just there we go. We'll get the crafter and boop, pow, 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 pow. Put it down. There we go. And we'll set this thingy dingy down here like a this. Then input container will be cobble out, output cobblestone blocks. And we'll make cobblestone blocks. Go. Please be quick. Okay. Yes. 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 Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have cobblestone blocks. Yep, there they are. They're making. This is a tier 2. I don't know why it's so slow, but it's going. Boom, number 2. So now that that's going, all we have to do is stuff that with stones and clay soil, and we're basically good to go on that front. It's going to just make a ton of, let's just do that. It's going to make a ton of stuff for us. Let's go ahead and put, wait. Let me catch back up with chat. Yep. Steal his money. Gotcha. Should have had that rescue. Oh, come on. That's not fair. Could have had. I wouldn't have made any more money. Maybe you could mine dukes. Craft a duke extractor. Actually, I'll buy him a second monitor the second he had squirrels. You won't buy me a second monitor regardless. Boop, pop, pow, cow. Squirrels. I like squirrels. Where's squirrels, Shabby? Okay. Don't look for the nuts. You're all nuts. Pet squirrel can be the base of the mountain lion. Yep, that's how that works. Also, I just realized I didn't need an engine for a universal crafter. So, yeah. I'm going to put all that stuff there. I'm going to move this food back down to here. It's 9:02. All right. 9:02. 9:02. What I really need, probably more than anything, is more pipes, because our current pipe situation, while it looks good, and it probably is good, we need more engines, or fluid pumps, actually. I deny you the squirrels because deep inside... Anyway, fluid pump. Infuser, mixer, fluid pump. Okay. Oh, this doesn't take an engine either. It does take oil, which honestly, I should set something up for that. I should set up a oil making machine. But then how would you make scrap polymers? Mobby, quick. How do you make plastic in real life? She's definitely not. Yeah. Then boop, boom, pow, kapow. Yep, that's right. Boop, ba, pow, pow. That's it. All right. How do you make... I shouldn't be thinking about this. The only thing I should be thinking about is getting this stuff set up. Move this back in here. Okay. Can I move, please? Thank you. There we go. 25 already. Oh, baby, it's going. All right, we're zooming. Let's go up here. Should I bring Nova? I'm going to bring Nova. From oils and natural gas. Interesting. Can you be more specific? Like oil? I can make it from oil and some gas or whatever? Well, how do you make the gas? What kind of gas are we talking about? Okay, so it's turned off. Switch off. Hold power button for a few seconds, and then I can move it. That is the goal. Yes. Yes, that is it. Yes. Plastic is primarily made from fossil fuels like crude oil, perfect, and natural gas through a process of refining, cracking, and polymerization. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh card, raw materials are broken down into monomers, like ethylene, polymerized into plastic resin and formed into pellets, which are then melted. We have a melter and molded into finished product. We have a mold too. All right, so it sounds like the only thing that we need to worry about here is how we're going to form it into pellets. Is that just going to be through the caster? Maybe, or maybe a pelletizer. Oh, look, you're number 1 again, Mobby. Look at you go. I need this over here. You can stay. You can stay. Okay. Let's go ahead and start laying down the foundation. And then when we get back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. No, that's not gonna work. That's only 59. And well, maybe 59's okay. Because I do want center doors. Can use caster or just assume it's molded directly from the liquid into scrap polymer. The pellet part seems pointless and only done so it can be melted again later into whatever. Okay, well. You know what? There's going to be a parking lot here anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 24. Okay, that's probably all right. So we're talking about a 59 by 24. 59 times 24, 1,416 blocks for the base. That's not too big, right? I don't think so. There we go. Wait, do I have my clothes? Yeah, I do. Why am I freezing so? I mean, look at what I'm wearing, and I'm asking why I'm freezing. Okay. Whoops, you're not following. All right, come on. So I need about 15 stacks of cobblestone for the cobblestone blocks for the base. This is going to be a project for sure. I mean, if I get the base done, I'll have to set up little micro factories to kickstart doing the bigger factory, like the bigger build. Like I'll need a way to get a reliable source of oil before I have a way to get, you know, a reliable source of crafters and stuff. Which I think it's the crafter. Oh, the fluid pump takes 10 oil. I'd want to automate those for sure in some way. So liquid to direct scrap polymer isn't unrealistic. No, I guess not. You don't really need to mix it. I guess it could just go from the melter. Or yeah, so you'd want to melt oil shale into oil. That's the first thing. And then you want to take that oil and put it through the caster into scrap polymer. That seems fine, right? And then you have scrap polymer, and then you also have oil for later on when you want to make gas, which is a different process. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. You don't want to get too much scrap polymer, though. It would probably be like we're doing now. It'd take little bits at a time and make it into scrap polymer that way. Until we get like bigger machines and stuff to do that for us. Yep, I like that. All right, so what we can do, let's pause. What we can do is we can go into recipes. We can go into machine recipes. For the melter, we can say, let's just do this. Melter, and then copy that's melter, melter, melter. All those are melters. And we'll say fluid mixer. Fluid mixer, mold. This is the fluid mixer. Let's get that up here. Okay. And then that's molds. And then that's molds. Okay. And this one will be mold. All right. So that's a little bit better. Now, melter, scrap iron. Yeah, this is the same. So we'll do melt, uh, oil, shale, and then resource will be resource oil shale. How much are we giving? I think I don't know how much do we get from the chemistry station? All right, so 24 makes one oil. Hmm. So how do I make the automated machine? What do you what specifically like the crafter or what are we talking about here? I'll take 37 of those, thank you. What specifically? Also, do we want a way to make electronic parts and electrical part or mechanical electrical parts or what? Let's think about that while I take us downstairs to to get me some more coffee, basically. Yeah, I don't know about that either because should it like at what point should it be you have to go out into the world and gather things? Maybe it's electronic and mechanical parts, you know? Not really something that seems realistic. Well, I don't know, maybe eventually. That would be cool eventually, I think. Like if you progress far enough. Let's do that. Slamma. I would say potentially. You would need mechanical machines and CNC machines and stuff like that. But initially, I don't know. How much coffee have you had? 1 cup. I mean, maybe you can gather the raw material, but you wouldn't need several stages. Autocraft. Hmm. Yeah. You can gather the raw materials, but you would need several stages. Yeah. Stuff like that. I think that's acceptable. It depends on the process. Depends on how difficult it is to make the machines when you unlock them. It depends on all that stuff, right? Because I could see a world where you would be able to do all that stuff. More machines, recipes, etc. Yeah, I agree. I agree. What do you think, babe? You agree as well? Hmm. All right, so if 24 oil shale fills one container, then how much would we say 1 gallon? I would say 1 gallon. Uh, what are these? Usually like 2 liters or something? Well, here's the thing, Mobby. To automate that one specific item, everything in the mod takes those 2 items. Electrical parts, mechanical parts. All of these things take those mechanical parts, electrical parts. All of them currently. I'm just here not paying attention. Oh, okay. Well, if you're not even listening to me. She's not even listening to me, Mobby. You know what I mean? Just talking to myself. If you're able to, or if all of the machines, like I want to be able to automate these machines if I'm using a lot of them, right? So if that's the case, how you doing? Excuse me. So if that's the case, you need to be able to make them too, right? My coffee And I'm not currently upstairs, so give me 1 second. I'm getting my coffee. I'll catch up with Chad as soon as I'm up there. Moan Java. Wait a second. Did it just do the same thing that it did before? Yes. God damn it, man. I gotta clean out the thing. 1 sec. Good thing I have more coffee or I'd be pissed. Just take this, dump this out, clean this out. Okay, the cup as well. Fill this up with water. Water, with hot water. This reminds me of in the past when I would be streaming and we would go make coffee together. This is what it reminds me of. Close that. That over here. Oh, shit. Sometimes I wonder what you guys think I'm doing when all you can do is hear my voice and I'm out making coffee. You know? There we go. That over there. Push this in a little bit. There we go. All right, come back upstairs for a sec. Here I am once again, falling into pieces. So basically, you're the wife Shavi, and she tunes you out. Yeah, basically. Yeah, later maybe. But to start, base materials like clay, metals, and water and things you can make. Yeah, exactly. Only later would you worry about the more advanced refinements. Just assume you're pacing. Yeah, I am pacing. Pacing up the stairs, pacing down the stairs. Yes, where'd Bisha go? She asked a question. So how do I make the automated machine? But wait, where's the chat? Where'd the chat go? Okay, there we go. She asked a question, how do I make the automated machine? But she didn't answer my follow-up question. Which was, what automated machine? Because there's multiple. And they all work together to do thing. On your not, okay, Mobby. All right, buddy. On your not existent second monitor. Not him losing us. No, what? No, I'm not losing anybody. I'm just wondering where she went. That's all. We're help. We're lost. Okay. She's lost too. Bisha, are you still here? Yes or no? My God. They're trying to throw me under the bus. Your automated machine, sir. Which one specifically? Because there's many machines. Bisha, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was right, and you were so wrong. He's about to start. I'm screaming. Yep. My second cup of coffee. Okay, so the one that does the mining. Okay, so the extractor, the miner thing. You make that bot. I'll show you when I get back to my computer. 1 second. I don't think you have that mod though. I think all you have is the companions. I didn't give 7 days to automate to anybody actually. I was wrong. Everything about you. That's dirty. Where's the one I used before? Here we go. I know this one's clean. I'll wash it myself. Hashtag still pacing. Yep. Never seen about you. Maybe come back. Definitely want to play with automation when you're ready for testing and I get my game together. Yes. Now, when it's ready for testing, it depends on when all the functionality is in that I want it to be. There'll be multiple stages of testing. There'll be testing functionality without like the good assets and stuff. Stress testing, all that kind of stuff. So I guess it depends on what testing you want to partake in. If it's just like finished product testing before release, or what? I am always pacing. You're not wrong. Definitely. Okay, I already read that. I already read your message. You can't get it read twice. Seamless companion. Whenever. Whenever. Okay. Nova. All right. Well, you get your game together. You let me know. You let me know what's going on. All right. See, this is what I mean. I already feel like I need more crafters making these cobblestone blocks. Because this makes cobblestone faster, I think, than this maybe not. It might be a direct relationship. I don't know. I'll have to test that more. What was I doing? Oil, right? Oil to oil shale. Right. How much oil? 10 oil shale to 0.1 gallons. And if it takes 0.5 to fill one, I feel like that's not good. And this would be molten oil. Okay. And then, okay, so you sent me 7 days to automate and husbandry? 7 days to automate, yes. But I don't remember sending you both of them. I thought I just sent you husbandry. I need to program the 4 directional. So there is a 2 directional straight, a 2 directional edge, like a bendy, 3 directional T, a 4 directional straight, like an intersection, then a 5, which is an intersection plus 1 out, and then a 6, which is every direction. You have it in your folder. Okay, well, in order to make, I mean, they're in here. If you just look up extractor, there's multiple. You probably don't have clay. You probably have the rest of them though, or oil shale. Well, you have oil shale. And then you just, it's like everything else. It has, yeah, you covered like everything else. I don't think you have all the other stuff, like the melter and things like that. But hey, whatever you have, I say use it. And why did my game reset? W2. What do you mean game reset? What do you mean? Okay, guys, it's been moved. Hell yeah. Clap it, clap, 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 clap. Yay for not breaking stuff. Woohoo! Woohoo! All right, so this gets you oil. I want to say 10 oil shale might get you 0.2 molten oil. Yo, what up, Jeff? How you doing? I went to my game and I was playing today and it reset for some reason. Like, I've not gone to the trader at all. Your player progression may have reset for some reason. You brought the devil in, yeah. Are you going to rename your YouTube channel? To what? I mean, maybe. Shavik Live? I doubt it. I doubt I will. I might rename it to something, but I don't know. It's been this for a long time. Just keep it like this, I guess. Okay, so we get 0.2 gallons of molten oil from 10 oil shale. Seem fair? Because I'm thinking it takes 0.5 gallons of oil to fill one canister of oil, like actually make the oil. Shavik Paces. Yep, that's it. Yafafa Dunham.com. All right, so if it takes which one? That means it's gonna take 5. It's gonna take. Let's see. If this was 0.5, it'd be easier. But let's do 0.25. So that would mean 0.5 would be 20 makes 1 gallon. So it would be a 10 to 1, which is much better than this is. A 10 to 1 is much better than a 20 to 1, 24 to 1. I think I'll do that. This is a good ratio. Melter, let's do fluid decanter, fluid infuser. I'll just do this. I'll just copy this, I guess. All right. So why more YouTube and not Twitchy? Same thing I asked. He missed my question. So wait, what? No, I didn't. Flip switch in power on, right? Yeah, you have to flip the switch to power down. Same thing I asked. Comes down to second monitor. Yes. Okay. Comes down to a second monitor. I don't have a second monitor, so yeah, I miss a lot of stuff. I just have it on this tiny little phone. I went to YouTube because I have a bit bigger community here. And I don't know. But we're here now. I already did that. All right. Perfect. You're on the right track. Yeah, that's basically what I have to do. Fluid infuser. Let's also do fluid decanter. All right, cool. So the melter makes the oil. Fluid mixer we don't need. The mold, we're going to need a new machine recipe for cast, scrap. Whoop. Polymer. Okay. And then this is going to take molten oil. And wait, what did I put the heat on for this? Oil shale 20? What is the heat required? This is 30. I guess I'll put it on 30. Sure. Why not? Maybe put it on 30 for now. Comes down second monitor. Already did that. Thank you, Ops. No problem. To be honest, I spend the least amount of time on YouTube. YouTube is is for how-to videos. KK, I'm dumb as fuck. Why are you saying you're dumb? Oh, how to pace more efficiently. Yeah, I'll tell you. How to use the 7 days to automate mod. Bam, done. All right, 30 heat for melting 10 oil shale into 0.5 gallons of molten oil. Let's do 5 to 0.25. That seems better. And then we'll do scrap brass. 10 to 0.1. 5 to 0.25. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. And then fluid mixer, the mold, cast scrap polymer in the mold, molten oil. It's gonna take 0.5 to make one of the. Oh wait. Yeah, scrap polymer. Find resource scrap polymers. Oh wait. Yeah, we do want to do this. Resource scrap polymer. And it's not going to be 0.5 oil. It's going to be 0.1 oil to make one scrap polymer. I think maybe 2 or 5. I think 5 is fair. What do you guys think? All he does is work. I should have some money for. He should have some monies for Monitor. Need to start a GoFundMe so we can watch this on Twitch, and I can use my emotes and better express my sarcasm. This feels like we're watching in the 90s. God damn it. Well, just have fun, okay? That if all you're gonna do is complain, then sit there and grumble, okay? God. Scrap polymer. And then we need the fluid infuser. And that's going to use... we're going to do... oil. Fluid input. Yeah, fluid input type molten oil. Right. Let's just make sure I got that correct. Fluid input molten oil. Input scrap polymers 10 for molten oil 0.5 for one of the resource oil. Here we go. And that, my friends, is how it's done. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I kept that running, because I just wasted like all day. Grumbles in complacency. Thank you. Okay, both my Discords are now set up for notifications for thy channel. Aw, thanks, man. How do we tip or donate on here? I have no idea. Probably have to God damn it. Yeah, you gotta mail it. How do you hey, do you have a donation page, Shabby? Not that I'm aware of. There's super chat, but don't know how it works. Neither do I. You're not gonna send me monitor money. Stop it. Stop. You're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna accept it. Even if you try to send it to me, I have a Cash App. But even if you try to send it to me, I'm not gonna accept it. I guess I have to go to his Twitch page and look. Oh man, that's funny. That's humorous right there. That's funny right there, brother. You don't tell me, I'll tell you it's funny right there. Gonna have to drive to his house. Like you would have to drive to my house, monitor in tow, for me to accept it. I'm not accepting anybody's money, or. Oh look, the game's done. Let's go. Yeah, you can. I gotta buy it for you too. Yeah, and then install it. That's the only way. I have a spot right here. You can't miss it. It has it's a blank monitor holding arm that has no monitor on it. You'll be able to find it, Mobby. He's like 3 hours away. Yeah, that's right. All right. Oil. So, oil. See, here's the other thing. We have no way to list out what makes what recipes. I just know because I know. We do have to have a way to list that out too. Put that on the to-do list, Mobby. I didn't skip your comment. Where? Look. No, you said I'll send you money for a monitor. I said no. I didn't skip you. I didn't skip any of your... What are you talking about? I skipped nothing. Just gotta break in while he's at work. Install it. That's the only way. Yeah, if I come home and there's a monitor, I won't question it. Keep reading down. 50 subs. What? I don't see any of that. I think you're lying. What am I adding to-do list? You're adding the fact that comment didn't go through. Well, it would have went through here. I'll send you monitor money. Nothing. So, I think, yeah, I didn't see it either. Nope. I believe it's not so. What do you think, Nova? A? Okay. Nope. Oh, you mean members? But I don't see that either. I don't see that either. Uh-huh. I don't even know where to check that. Oh, see, I don't think I'm even eligible, am I? 0 valid public watchtowers in the last 365 days. 0 valid public short view. I need short views? I need 3 million short views! Yeah, I don't know where to even find that, to be honest. Okay. Well, let me do this then. Let me switch this to 7 Days to Die. And then that way I'm not doxing everybody that messages me. No, I do not see it. So what I see is I'll send you monitor money. Bisha says LOL. She says, nice guy there. Mobby says, hey, Jeff for the win. Mobby says, guess you'll have to go to his Twitch page and look. Bisha says, yeet. Mobby says, accept my ass. Mobby then says, gonna have to drive to his house, I guess. Bisha says, LOL drives to his house, sheesh. Damn, gotta buy it for you too. He's like 3 hours away. And then you said, completely skip my comment. Yeah, I guess it's not going through for me. Which I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Please don't, please don't give me money. I can save and buy my own monitor. Please, please, I beg you. I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. You know what I mean? My monitor, it broke. I'm eating a devil dog, by the way. It broke, and I am the one who should replace it. Hey Jeff, what would affect my icon sizes as far as my mods? I want to fix that before I stream. Another reason for me not to stream. Yeah, not to stream on YouTube. It's not for everybody. And yeah, Shavi, I'm guessing he gifted 50 subs on Twitch. No, the message that he's talking about was him saying, so if I gift 50 subs, you would get a monitor. And if he gifted 50 subs and I had no way to give it back, then yes, I would use that money for another monitor, 100%. I mean, at that point, I would have to. You know what I mean? But okay, here's this. What are we up? Okay, what are we trying to do right now? There. Ooh, 120. Fuck yeah. We are. Is this? This is still fucking full. Is it filling more? All right, so we're at 657 when sorted. We need to get engines. Okay, I'll donate part of them then. 20 subs. Seems like I'm not sure. And you can't give it back outside of. Can you stop? I actually don't even know what 20 subs would even equate to. I mean, I think it's like what, $100 for what it costs you. I don't even know what it would get me though, or when I would even be able to receive it. Right. I thought Twitch had it like $5.99 or something, right? Next month on the 15th. Robbie knows, dude. He's on it. He's been watching those Twitch payouts. He's been watching them. Okay. Okay. Let's take tally. We've got a caster, a mixer, and a melter. That's huge. That's actually kind of all we need to begin with. We need at least. We're gonna need a few pumps, but to get a pump, we need oil. To get oil, yeah, I think it's 70-30, but it might be lower. So that is part of the monitor cost. That's true. Okay, 20 more. Can you, Jeff? We need to have a serious sit down and a talk, my friend, because if you have actually gone through with gifting me these subs, first of all, so first of all, I have him on level 8 hype trade. He's not even streaming. Can you stop? There's no. Okay. Now I have to look. Now I have to look because. Yeah, he totally did. He totally gifted 20 subs. Jesus Christ. Well, first of all, thank you, Jeff. Obviously, you 100% do not have to gift any more. That is more than likely enough to get me a monitor. I will spend every one of those dollars on said monitor. So thank you. And next month on the 15th, is it what's the date now? 40. 20, 40. Well, no. The screenshot you sent me said 20. That's why I said 20. But if you gifted 40, even that's twice the thank you, actually. 26th? Oh, it's the 26th today. Yeah. Wait, no. No, I'm not saying it's the 20. I'm unable to focus on what I'm trying to say right now. Just give me a second. Yeah, I asked what today is. And it's the 15th next month, is what Mobby said. On that day, providing I'm able to accurately get the Twitch payout, I will send you, if I'm not working, that is, I will send you a picture of me picking up a monitor from wherever monitors come from. Probably just Amazon. And I'll deliver it myself. You know? So, everybody should be thanking Jeff for the fact that I will probably be multi-streaming or just streaming flat out on Twitch, perhaps, when I get my monitor. Maybe I'll just stream on Twitch. I don't know, man. He paid to deliver for himself. Just a regular, what do I have, a 27-inch monitor. I'm probably going to put it vertical instead of horizontal on this mount so that I can read chat easier. I mean, these mounts are able to turn 90 degrees anyway, so it's probably fine. I'll just change the display orientation on it. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I shouldn't have to pay for delivery if I'm delivering it to myself, right? Can I pet him yet? No. All right. I'm going to have to look into that because it's been like 6 days. I still can't fucking pet my dog. All right. Are we building a factory or what? Hey, well, welcome back, Manda Panda OW. Miss Panda. Sorry, what did I miss? Well, okay. Going for a gaming or just a secondary model? Just a secondary. I'm not going for anything fancy. What you've done is enough. Thank you, sir. You have done it. You've done enough. You do not have to do any more. Manda, Jeff, we got to arguing about me not having a second monitor and Jeff gifted me subs so I could get a second monitor. Totally didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you, sir. Because they don't like how I'm streaming on YouTube, and yeah, that's basically it. I need to build this factory before day 42 Horde Night, because I need the bullets. You have helped me so much in 7 days, so just showing some gratitude. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for thanking me for helping you. How do I say that? I don't know. Oh, Amanda, have you seen my dog, Nova? I'm assuming you've seen Nova. Nova's so good. Such a good pupper. Come on, Nova. Me and Nova are building a factory together. Now I'm going to say this right now, Fwend. Yes, Fwend? What is it? Oh, hey, get down. Get off the damn table. Get on the damn table. All right. Now, that's my workstation. I'll need your bloody feet on my damn workstation. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay. You're going to stay right there. You're going to be a good girl. Jeff is my friend. Oh, okay. Okay. I think Jeff is my friend, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay. Do I have anything in here? No, I don't. All right. I got to stop pacing back. I'm doing the same thing in games that I do in real life. Pacing back and forth, thinking of what I need to do. And what I need to do, I need to set up oil production Probably in the desert. I I haven't found the desert yet, but I need to set it up. Also, hey, hmm, there's an Asus 27-inch for $99. Perfect. I will. Yeah. No, you can't gift on. He's gifting it to me on my Twitch channel. He's got me on like a level 8 or something hype train on my Twitch channel without me even streaming. Mm-hmm. So he's a sneaky boy. No, what? No, I didn't. No, I do. What? You're confusing me. Please stop. Please. No, I didn't. No, I do. You also told me not to do it. Yeah. I did tell him, and he didn't listen. Clearly. Clearly didn't listen. Okay. Oil. It's almost nighttime. I need to find the desert because maybe this road going south leads to it. Do I have... Yeah. Oh, I didn't have... That's what it was. Gas. Oh, wait. Whoa. I do have some more oil here. We still have to set up the oil. Let's see. So I'll need an extractor, a oil shale extractor, which needs an engine. Here it is. So I'm only going to be able to make one. Yikes. Forged iron, duct tape. Duct tape. Did she evolve from a wolf? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I threw $1 in because I'm poor and getting... Can you not throw any in? How about that? So I have coal, honey, iron, leoid, nitrate, oil shale. Honey? Did you look at that smell mod? Not yet. But I have a really good idea. I know exactly what I need to patch in order to do. I just need to patch the targeting for the zombies so that they don't rely on smell and they don't... The whole thing is if a zombie's outside and you're within a certain distance of it and you've been alive for a certain amount of days, when you die it resets, by the way, but when you're alive for a certain amount of days, the zombies will just go toward that position you're at as an investigative position. Okay. And then that's when they spot you. It's not that they're running toward you and seeing you through walls. They're investigating that position that you're at. They path to it, investigate it, then they see you and run toward you. All we need to do is get that out of there. There we go. All right, let's make the oil shale extractor. Wait for that to be done. We need to find where it is, and I don't have any more gas. I don't think. It is nighttime. I'll throw in another sip. Can you not? No. Stop. Just keep your $6 and buy. I don't know, what can you buy for $6 nowadays? I don't actually know. Of course you did. I'm gonna PayPal you. You know what? Not even. I'm gonna gift you subs on Twitch. Huh? How about that? I'm gonna gift you subs with that $6 on Twitch. However many it'll buy. Doesn't matter. And you're gonna get gifted. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. By the way, I need to find... I'm gonna take the motorcycle to find South. Well, I don't need to find south. I just need to take the motorcycle. Go south. And I need to actually go to this drop. You know that causes you to lose money, right? Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh no, I need to go back. Number one, I'm basically out of gas. Number two, I don't have my impact driver to get gas even if I had it. But I have some oil shale and I can make a little bit of gas. And then I can do that. I don't know where my gas went though. I thought I had a bunch. But here we are. Bunchless. Okay, I have 20. I have 20, guys. I can do this. Gas can? Yep, there we go. 40 gas. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's some. I got some. Okay. And then we've got this. Turn that off. Okay. Yeah, you know what, Nova? You can come for a ride with me. It's fine. Let's go. Oh, I gotta put the gas in. Gas. Alright, 22%. That's something. I'm not destroying that cop car. I'm gonna go over to this airdrop. Since this is just a demo world, why don't you just teleport? No, this is a playthrough world, not a test world like that. This is actually a playthrough. Bruh. Can you... Bruh. Bruh. How long do I have to wait for 7 days to automate? Oh, also, I got the doggo. Wait, you got a doggo? That's awesome. Alright, ready to feed? There we go. Oh. No. Good eye. Good eye, Fido. Good eye. Gas? No. I forgot the impact driver again. Alright, let's go. Oh, no, I thought you meant you actually tamed a wolf. My bad. I was like, oh, you did. You tamed it. Yeah, yeah, I did send you husbandry. You are correct, sir. You are correct. Hey, also, I've been wondering, Manda Panda. I know you've been playing Overwatch a lot, and I don't want to, like, suggest or tell you what you should play. I thought I heard you mention, though, that you were playing 7 days on Thursdays? Is that still correct or negative? Obviously, either way, it's fine, but just curious. Put the thingy in here, like that. Oh, I forgot to put the chainsaw away. And to get the impact driver. That's the main thing. Bring that over here. Parts. Food. Let's just open this up. Okay. Right there. I have not put it in 5th day dev yet. Okay, gotcha. Very good, very good. Alright, come on there, Nova. And we will go opposite way. You kind of do need to go this way to go south on the road. Specifically because I want to... Yeah, that's basic. Because oh, it's Horde Day. Ah, yikes. Yep. Okay, so we did not accomplish our goal. We did not. But also, this will be good because I can get engines this way too. Well, not through this, but just in general. You scared the shit out of me, Nova. This is the first time my own dog has actually scared the shit out of me. Nope, nope. Some oil, though. Let's go! Oh, Thursdays through Sunday. Oh, that's cool. Alrighty. What time do you usually start streaming? This one here. Ooh, what the dog doing? Oh, dog's over there. She's on Twitch, unlike me right now. She's on Twitch. Oh no, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that. That is not good. Twitch, of course. That. Oh, we did get an engine. Hell yeah. I guess I'll just put all the stuff in here for now. Actually, that would be kind of stupid, right? Because I'm not gonna keep dumping it all in there. I'll put the oil extractor we'll put in there. Battery we'll take back out for now. Oh, my Twitch name? Yeah, is that Shavik. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Pupper. Let's go! There we are. Man, I really want to find a desert soon. If we can't find a desert by like 1400 or something, we'll just head back. But we really do need oil. Like a good supply of oil too for those extractors. You're just too late, Nova. Just too late. I waited. I waited a bit. Yep, that's her. Ooh, another engine. Let's go. That's what we're after. Engines equal extractors. Yes, sir, they do. Man, I was really hoping to get that factory at least somewhat established. I mean, it's going to take a minute to get all those blocks to be able to do the base of it, but I was hoping we get something set up. But it does feel good to not have that set up very easily, because I don't want everybody just setting up whole industrial lines of things like on day 10 or whatever. But you're gonna get him. That was a feral that direwolf just two-shot. Oh, Miranda Panda XO. Yeah, it's a different name. There we go. It's another little farm. Interesting. Oh, is that... No, that's not wrecked. You see those silos over there? Those right there? Those... Oh, wait, it is a trader. It is trader wrecked. Those silos, I would love to have a build, like a structure, that you could, like, let's say you're farming and you're farming a lot of grain automatically. You could just stuff your grain in there. Kind of like Farming Sim, almost. You would stuff it in there, you could interact with it, it would show you how much is in there. But the only way you could take in and out of it was piping. When you looked at it, it would tell you, this is how much you have in here, out of this much. You know, you can only put one type of item in there. But, yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. What do you guys think? This is a little town. Okay. Where are we currently? We're literally just below. We've got a little bit of a ride ahead of us. I've got some gas, so I'm just going to cruise through, I think. It is almost daytime. Like, look at this place. That would be an interesting factory area. Like, it's got... Oh, yeah. Like, setting up power there. I want to enable people to be able to build huge electrical grids and stuff. You know, like 7 Days to Die is meant to be. Or like an apocalypse would be meant to be. You gotta rebuild, you know? Makes sense. Making the Unity asset would be simple for... Yeah, exactly. The most difficult part, which really isn't that difficult, is making the logic behind it. But yeah, I already have everything set up for that on the back end. So I just plug it in and choose what functionality I want. Oh, I see the desert! Desert ahoy! You guys see it, right? Out in the distance there. Them big mountains of sand. Hell yeah, brother. We're going to find oil shale basically right inside, as close to the border as we can. And then that's going to be our spot. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be functional. And that is the biggest thing. Let's see if we can find something here. That's lead. Alright. Okay. And let's actually dip out so we can... Look at the map for a second. Any oil shale here? Bro, can you chill? Any oil shale? Well, we have lead. I see lead. No oil shale thus far. So we're gonna drive along the side here and see what we can see in here. Okay. There's more nitrate there. Yeah, nitrate and lead, right? That is lead. Yep. What color is oil shale on the map? I don't think it's just ugly brown. Oh, I think that is oil shale over there. Yeah, yeah. It's purple. Okay, we're gonna go back. It's right where we were. All the way back. We might build out a little bit of a spot. Like a platform for it would be cool. Alright, so it's literally down this road around this bend, kind of. Right on our left, right about here. Here it is. Alright, so we knock this off here. Let's go ahead and make some building blocks just to flatten out the ground here. Alright, so we're gonna want kind of a little bit of a bigger platform. Okay, and then right. Just because it is day. You can stay. Okay. I don't know exactly how big we want this to be, but we're gonna... Hey, what's your option about making a power generator like a windmill? I like that. I do have to sort out the power connectivity. It's the only reason it's not in here right now. I need to set up a conversion of modded power to vanilla power. Basically. Okay, then let's go ahead and dip out of here for a second, just so we don't start taking damage. Oh, I told him to stay over there. That's why he's over there. Okay. You jumping over here, buddy? I think that's an ingenious idea, to be honest. Yeah, I do want to do the powers and the electricities and stuff. I agree. Are they chasing something over there? What's going on? Alright. They're chasing me? Do I have meat on me? Bro, you need to chill with that. Oh my god. And do you have... Oh, because I ate. That's why. Come on, buddy. Draw. You're dead. Oh, let's get my bike. I'm having too much fun with this. Yeah, I feel like 7 Days to Die's power generation options are very limited and can be expanded quite a bit. All right. Um, Currently, chicken taming. Chickens are not in the list of tameable animals. However, if you just, what is this? Oh yeah, I like that. If you just give me one moment to go to my modding screen. So let's cancel all that. In your mods folder for it, that's the projects config. Okay, so it's in items, isn't it? Yep. In the items, right here, this right here, taming eligible animals, you just add it like that, and you'll be able to tame chickens. You can tame any animal that's in this list right here. Currently, your list does not include chicken, but it could include chicken if you wanted it to include chicken. Uh, and Alien already gave him the rundown. He should already know how to add it if that's something that you want. Yep. All right, let's get this down. Oh, bike, bike, bike. Do I have? No, I don't. That's fine. Ba, ba, ba. Oil shale extractor. Let's get some pipes. It's probably fine. Oh, pipes, pipes, pipes. Item pipe. That's probably fine for now. Let's get some fluid pipes too. And then we're gonna set this up. Oil shale extractor is going to just. Can you come over here? Stay. The oil shale extractor. Oh my god, can you stop coughing? Holy shit, I get it. You don't like it. It's gonna come up. Actually. Oh no. Oil shale. You know what? I think it's better for it to go up. Let's do that. So this come up, item pipe, into here. This turn on. Okay. And this is going to produce one oil shale every second. It's already starting. Look at that. Damn it. I need to get out of here for a second. I need to make more of those things, but I'm good for now. Let's drink some water. Water's the only thing I need. Get rid of that lead. We have oil shale, which is cool. Okay. let's... Okay, so it needs to go in. It's going to go into there, and then from there, it's going to go into the melter. But the melter needs to be heated. So, we need the melter, campfire. We'll do that. Put a campfire here. We will add some fuel to it, turn that on. Then we'll go grab the melter, and we will just keep coughing as much as we can, apparently. Put the melter above this, like that. We're going to choose oil. There we go. And then we're going to get another one of these, like that. And we're going to choose that. Now, it does need to heat up, which is fine. That's going to heat up. And then after that, it needs to go from the melter. We're just going to have a liquid pipe elbow, like this. We're going to have another one like that, and then a T, like this. We're going to put down the pump right here. I'm going to place that down there, and then we're going to place down just one barrel, probably will do it. And we're going to place that down here with another T. Oh, wait, that's not a fluid T. Yep, I need a fluid. Like this. Okay? And then, after this gets heated up, which it's getting there. It's getting there. Then it will start pulling in the oil shale, and it will start melting that down. After this, we're going to have the cast, universal caster. Do we do it like this or no? Let's go over here right quick. Is this another? That's a trash. So, do we want to handle... We should probably handle scrap polymer and liquid oil here. That's probably the best. So we'll want to add... We want the caster. Yes. So we want the caster and we want the... Oh, we don't have a... Wait, do we have a fluid? Let me check. I don't know if we have a fluid infuser. If we didn't bring the fluid infuser, we're kind of screwed. I think we brought the fluid mixer. Please be the infuser. Nope, we brought the mixer. Son of a bitch. Alright, that's fine. Put this here. Only because we want to put this here with a elbow. Like that. Okay. This does not have anything in it yet. That's not up to heat quite yet. It'll get there. And then it'll pump through. It'll store it here. And this will do scrap polymer. Right? The scrap polymer can then come out of here and into a storage bin, right? And this will be polymer. We're going to set that to polymer. Okay. And then after that, that's why this pipe is continuing here. We don't need that. We just need this. We're going to have this like that into the what you call it? I gotta go take another break apparently because I'm about to suffocate. You're a storage bin. I mean, grumble, grumble. Welcome back, Mobby. How you doing? Still grumbling over there, I see. We need the fluid infuser to take the scrap polymer and the oil and make what you called recipes, fluid infuser, oil from polymer. And that's what we need. We'll be making polymer, and we'll be making. So we're basically making oil from. We're making the bottled oil from regular oil, basically. And then that will be here, which will take. We could just make this really. You know what? We can just do this. Like that. The machine will go here, oil in, polymer, and then it'll just put that like here and into here called bottled oil. Only problem is we don't have the machine to put here in order to do that. So what we're going to do is, I'm not going to leave you here forever, don't worry. We have to go back. And eventually we'll be producing gas here, but we don't have that luxury right now. Was just seeing if you had some insight on my issue. What version are you playing on again? 2.5 or 2.6 or 2.5 B32. And your issue is, can you send me a screenshot of your issue in Discord? A piggy! I don't have my teaming stuff, and I don't think I would want to team him anyway. Unless I really wanted a Grace. Grace would be cool. I might or might not be back for you, piggy. It just sucks that this is like 2 kilometers away. And I don't have a fluid infuser, which kind of sucks more. Like, damn it. Icons are weird. Sent pics. Oh, you sent pics? Oh, okay. Oh, they're like slightly like slightly lower, huh? Yeah, they're like slightly offset below. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think they're too big. I think they're just moved. You know what I mean? But it will drive you nuts. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine, man. Yikers. Um, yeah, if he can't figure it out, I can take a look at it at some point as well. Definitely something to do with the UI. One of the mods you're using adjusts the UI. And I'm assuming it was because something, I don't know, too big for the box it should be in. Yeah, maybe that might be the case for sure. Um, yeah, something. I would check all the UI for all the mods you have. See which ones are changing the icons, and that would be the best bet as to what one is doing it for you. Well, this looks like a cool little power plant area. It's a little smaller than the other one, huh? Hmm, that's cool. Yeah, substation 3. Um, I used to have the bars moved, but when they updated to move food, bars, etc., off the tool belt is when you noticed it. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think it's worth going back out to the desert today before Horde Night. Cause if you think about it, I have to make the fluid infuser, which could take more items than I currently have. Drive back out there, and then set it up. I mean, maybe I could make it work. I might be able to make it work. If they didn't use that before the update, I'm assuming something in there is clashing with the mod. Um, yeah, because default 7 days to die is obviously not like that. So, but yeah, not playable, but with unit updates and life stabilizing, I'm more likely to get back into things. Um, yeah, totally, dude. To be fair, if you wanted to, I mean, if you wanted to, I could send you both, as I currently have it, 7 days, as I'm playing with it now, and then see how you like it, poke around with it, build stuff, tame stuff, whatever. Like I said, I'm not having really any issues so far. I can see some problem areas just because um, I know that I forgot to wire some things up, like the heating, the block heating below. Let's see, HLR dev logs. Okay, so the decanter pipe, blah 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 blah. Caster. Let me see. We go back into player logs really quick. Simulating caster. Am I not sending the heater? Or the melter, rather. Hold on. Let me see. Um, Let me see if I am or not. HLR. Find No. Oh, no. I haven't started simulating the melter. Well, I have a crafter. Okay, well, someday when you actually want to work, melter, block, unblock, unloaded. I am building a snapshot, registering the machine. Okay, registering the machine. Devlog error. No, there's no errors. Okay, register machine. Did it register machine GUID and snapshot? Am I still? No, I'm paused. Okay. And then register unblock unloaded, unblock unloaded, block unloaded, build HRS snapshot, try register machine begin. Okay, so let's do register machine success. Find. Okay, what? Oh, because do I not have, no, I have devlogs on for sure. Oh, I don't have the block on. I don't have the blocks. Universal melter, devlogs, true. I'm gonna need that on for sure in order to really diagnose this properly. Not unplayable. Okay, so I want to figure that out. I just did a bunch of updates since I haven't turned the PC on in months. Yeah, I'd be down to play with it. I know there will be bugs, but willing to try it out as you go, as long as it doesn't conflict with my current mods. No, it won't conflict with anything like that. You're good to go, buddy. Good to go. Yep, surprise, surprise. I know what that object is. That's fine. You need to heat the oil shell to melt it. That is true. That's how I have it set up. I'm pretty proud of my heating system now. I should stop eating these devil dogs, by the way. I should. I really should. Okay, so the HLR has loaded. And extractor factory snapshot. Snapshot count is 8. Extractor. Okay. Loaded snapshot. Scrap iron. Loaded snapshot. Okay. Crafter. Extractor. Extractor. Crafter. Caster. Decanter. Do I have a decanter somewhere? No. I don't have a decanter somewhere. All right, position is this. So 67 negative 1705. 67. It's somewhere over there. It's saying a decanter is. I think it means heater. Oh. Nova's antsy. No, but just Nova just wanted to get over to the other side of the fence. That's all. All right, I know what's happening there. It is the heater, but the snapshot, building the snapshot out. Build snapshot. Tile entity melter. Find. Yep, decanter snapshot. That's why. I mean, technically it works the same way, but we're going to have to fix that. And also we're going to have to $67,1706. Failed to resolve graph ID by storage endpoint. Okay. Find failed to resolve. Here it is. Failed to resolve ID by storage. God damn it. By storage endpoint matches 0. No graph endpoint for storage position. Well, these are. Hold on. Shutting down extractor. Interesting. Shutting down extractor. Crafter. Oh, sorry. Sleeping on fences. Not sure what a decanter is. What is its general purpose in this application? It takes, let's say, a jar of water. It empties it out. It puts the water into the fluid network, and it gives you back the jar. If it is a gas can, it empties out the gas can, and it gives you back scrap polymer. If it is oil can, you can have it empty out the oil, and it gives you back scrap polymer. That's its general purpose. Decanter. Decanning. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it. Mm-hmm. So, something is going wrong with 1706. Okay. Calm down, Nova. Yep, that's the same area, but it's still going. All right, 67, 51, 17, negative 1706. Gonna have to. I don't want to do this. Let's go back to the house. Let's heal. And then let's teleport directly there and see exactly what machine that is. I know Nova wanted to eat zombie feet. Speaking of which, Nova, let's have you stop. Stats? No skill points. Nova, you dog. All right, come on. I'm going to try to have Nova outside the Horde base today and see if that... Nova, my god, you're a shadow. And see if that, how that works. Having her outside. And I'm just like standing there so she can still be near me, not attacking the wall. And then I can just call her in if she gets low on health. and then have her stay. That might be the way to go. Really get her leveled up out there. Let's see. Let me put this stuff away here. We can put this back in here as well. We're gonna have to go do some debugging, Nova. I'm sorry you can't come with me. You're gonna have to stay here. It is what it is. You know? Hey, let's put that in there. Actually, that's more like farming, I guess. Parts, building. Speaking of, how is our crafters doing here? 31. That's going. That's going. Through that whole trip, you only made 31. That's a little odd. We'll have to check that out. She's not gonna die out there. She's got 4,000 health. She's fine. She's fine. And if ever she's low, or like zombies are attacking her and stuff. See, what I think is gonna happen is I'm gonna be sitting in the little area there, and she's gonna be outside, just kind of chilling, you know. And when the zombies start coming in, I'm just gonna have them. I'm not gonna have the electric fence on, or the turrets. Nova's just gonna be out there shredding ass, you know. Rip Nova 20. She's not gonna. I guarantee you, she's not gonna die. Nova, you're gonna stay here. Okay, so 67, 51. TPPOS 67, 51, negative 1706. Is it just TP or what? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, is it this? It is this. All right, so the extractor, I'm assuming it's also doing it for these two. How much oil? We have 11 gallons. So something else with the extractor and the HLR is still acting up. Okay. All right. Well. We'll just come back over here. And then come over here. I'm sure it's still doing it. No. It's fine now. I think it's just on relog, to be fair. Let's see. The logs are going to point me in the right direction, but in case they don't, insert grumble here. Well, insert foot into mouth there. Ba-bam! Pow! Pip! Pop! Pom! Pop! Pop! Pow! Skidididoo. Spoolidoo. And spawn. And it should resolve them just fine. Failed to resolve. But it doesn't shut it off. Did it shut it? It didn't shut it off. All right. Let's look in here then. Come back here. Go back to modding. Come over here. All right. And then error. Loading pipe graph. No graph endpoint matches for storage position. Right? Failed to resolve graph ID by storage endpoint. Failed to resolve graph ID by storage endpoint. Okay. And then we go back to our project. Go back to our project. And we go here. Okay, this is in Pipegraph Manager. Try resolve graph ID by storage endpoint. Any graph contains storage endpoint. Yep. Okay, let's take a minute here because there's two references. Let's track this back. HLR, let's track it back to the HLR. Has valid storage endpoint. 8 references. Extractor. This is simulate extractor. Has valid graph storage endpoint. From the, it tries to reference the selected output pipe graph ID and the extractor's selected output chest position. Okay, and it says if the graph ID is empty and the storage position is not set, log it. We're not getting that invalid graph, right? Copy. Fine. No invalid graph, so it proceeds. Try get snapshot storage item counts. Okay. Does it say miss graph? It does say miss graph. Okay. Position 6751, 1706. All right. And how many times does it say this? All right. So it says it quite often. Are we retrying here? If okay, else, and then return okay. Try get storage item counts. Here we are error loading pipe graph, no graph. Okay. Try resolve graph ID by storage endpoint. Okay. So for each GUID matches. Okay. And then we need to log this. We're going to say, yep, there we go. Perfect. And then return false. Yep. Save. Now, I don't want to waste time in game. I'm going to exit the game. Wrong pipe, insert pump here, LOL. Okay, buddy. Builds in remote start. They already have remote starts. That's the thing. They already have automatic starts. For each key value pair in graphs by ID, which is graphs by ID is a dictionary of IDs with pipe graph data. So that's all the graphs. And it sorts it by, so pipe graph data, yep. If graph equals null, continue. Yeah, but none of them should equal null. But I get it. Contain storage endpoint storage position. If it doesn't contain, can I follow this path? Storage endpoint, which is a hash set, of course, yes. Contains position, and it returns it. Everything looks fine. Found equals KVB key, which is the GUID. Matches plus plus. Matches is less than 1 break. Matches equals 1. Graph ID found. Return true. Failed to resolve graph ID by storage endpoint. So that means there's no graph with that endpoint, which is a different issue because I know we are getting this. Failed to resolve graph ID by storage endpoint. So that means what we're doing here is not working. Why? Adds coffee. Grumble, grumble. Insert ChatGPT solution here. If you can find a ChatGPT solution for my problem, yeah, go for it. I don't know what you would ask it. It wouldn't even understand what you're talking about to begin with. Failed to resolve graph ID by storage endpoint. So that means no graph has, and no graph contains. Oh wait, you know what? I should check this first. I've already exited out. Let me build. Build succeeded. Let's go back in. Because if that's the case, if it's a 0 position, no. Well, when it comes to my program, yes, I am smarter than ChatGPT. It doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about. It's going to be like, can you please design or define pipe graph and HLR? At which point, what are you going to tell ChatGPT? Hmm. It's screaming. That's right. Might need to make food, honestly. All right, let's check it out. Did it return? Okay, let's check it out. Pause it. Come back over here. Come back over here. No. So it's not that it doesn't have a 0 position. Comes down here. It's not that it doesn't have a 0 position. It is that try claim, no snapshot live machine. That makes sense. And then where is it loading the snapshots prior to? No, it was not. So, but the HLR does have, oh, extractor block, load begin, try claim. Yeah, that's when it loads in. I don't have HLR dev logs on. Son of a bitch. Exit. Yeah, Chavez's at Chavez when he's hungry. Get a Snickers bar. Nerd. All right, spawn. Tell me what is the matter. No snapshot, and that should have given us all the information we need. Okay. A lot of CH husbandry stuff I need to stop logging. Not even that. On unload, I gotta clean that up. Devlogs is on, right? That's what it said? HLR devlogs is on? Yeah, HLR. Find R. Okay. And we go back to the top, and it says, yep, condition weak table, instance acquired, calling load. Calling load. Why didn't you call the load then? Hello? Active snapshots 3. That makes sense. Active snapshots would be 3 because we're home, which is loading all of the stuff we have here, so it's not in the HLR anymore. Active snapshots 3. Update tick. Total snapshots 3. Decanter, which is actually the melter. I don't. No graph and 1705. I know that this is the extractor that's doing this because the container, the output container was not selected. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, HLR crafter. Spawned. HLR multi-block assignment. Weather update. First pass block position. Extractor output. Output target count. Extractor. Graph ID. Attempting extractor open. Extractor. Output target 0. Output target count is 1. Select it. Turn on. Now, power on. Extractor. Output target count 1. Yeah, okay, so it's 0 in the dictionary. So it's the 0 position, but it is accurate. And this is an output container. It's not an input container. The pipe graph is accurate. I thought I already solved this problem. Because when I go away, there's no issue. It's only when I'm logging out and then logging back in that it rebuilds. But the issue is it's rebuilding with a different snapshot ID. I just don't understand why the HLR snapshot item counts is that. Let me follow this path specifically. Find error. Loading pipe graph, no pipe endpoint. Simulate begin. Pipe graph manage. Wait. 6751 negative 1706. Loading pipe graph, no graph endpoint match for storage position. But That's fine. It's this one that shuts that. But see, if I log out here, will the other ones do it? Because I thought, no, the other ones won't do it. Do the other ones do it? Yes. The other ones do it, as far as I can tell. So 9:45. Yeah, it's different. Loading pipe graph and point storage. 1, 2 so far. Crafter stop. Okay. What about... Yeah, they're both crafters that are stopping. Not the extractors, unless the extractors have already stopped previously. Let's go check. I'm wasting so much time, honestly. Have these already stopped? Yes. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go make some food. I am going to try to rummage this out in my brain. But I do thank everybody for sticking around and saying hey and hanging out. And obviously thank you, Jeff, for the subs on Twitch. And I will use that money towards the monitor. Unbelievably so. I don't know where I was going with that. Without a doubt. Enjoy food, nerd. Hey. New monitor hype. Yes, it's true. It'll be here. It'll be right here. Just a monitor standing vertically with chat on it. I really do appreciate, Jeff. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that, but you did anyway, and I appreciate you. Yes. So I'm gonna try to figure this out, and okay, enjoy. Bye. Oh, Amanda, you're still here. I did not. I didn't realize you were still hanging out. Well, I will catch you later. I really do hope everything with your husband's mother goes okay, and that she is okay. Yeah. Best wishes. 100% best wishes for her. Yeah, that's not a fun situation. But hopefully you're able to keep spirits up in some way, and I'll look forward to catching a stream at some point whenever you are obviously able to. And yeah, for everybody else that was here hanging out, thank you. Thank you, Mobby. Obviously, my homeboy Mobby. Yeah, I'll see you guys maybe later tonight, maybe not. It might be like, I don't know, more like a Sunday thing. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, I have more updates by that point and more stabilizations. There's Discord. I have a Discord for both of these mods. They're combined into one. If you want the Discord link, hit me up on Discord. I can just send it to you or invite you. And you can post any ideas that you have or questions or whatever. Obviously, you can ask me directly on Discord. That's completely fine with suggestions or opinions. But if they're all consolidated in one place I can look at quickly, that would be better. Okay, I'll see y'all later.